Welcome. Thank you for joining us. I'm really excited to tell you about Walker Chapel Preschool. My name is Lauren Block. I am parent of a child in a 3-year-old class, and I am really pleased to introduce Suzanne Romness, who is the director of the preschool and also the teacher for the 2-year-olds class. Suzanne, I'll turn it over to you.
Okay, thanks. Hi, everyone, and welcome. Thank you for coming to Zoom on this Monday evening. A couple of things about our preschool. We are a play-based preschool, so the children learn through play. We have 2s, 3s, and 4s class, and you have to be that age before September 30th to come into that class. Each class is organized about the same. We try and have 12 children in each class with a nice ratio of either 2 to 12 or 3 to 12, depending on the class. The 2s in the 2s class move from the 2s to the 3s and 3s to the 4s. And we communicate between each class so that in the 2-year-old class, we're working on skills that they'll need when they go to the 3-year-old class. And the 3-year-old class will be working on skills that they'll need to go into the 4-year-old class. And Nancy Feldman, our 4-year-old teacher, has been teaching with us since 1995, and she will be getting them ready for kindergarten. So we have a nice little ladder of care and education in our school. We are a secular program, and we encourage and love everyone to register and join us. We have a great and a tight-knit community. We tend to pull from the areas in Arlington around Walker Chapel and also the close-in area of McLean, just kind of on that border. Our day is very similar in each of our classes. School starts at 9:15 for everyone, and then we go until 12:45. So as far as the play-based program goes and skill-based program, in the 2s, we are mostly play-based. I do teach them colors, numbers, shapes. So we're very heavy on the play, not so much skill. In the 3-year-old class, they are about 25, maybe 60% play, and then 40% learning skills. And in the 4-year-old class, they still play, but they do a lot of work, a lot of educational things happening as far as writing their names, numbers, recognizing their names. So it's play-based throughout each class, but each age is a little bit different. The 2-year-olds class meets on Tuesdays and Thursdays. The 3-year-old class Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And the pre-K 4s class meets Monday through Friday. One of the things that we offer at Walker Chapel is not part of this program, but we teach soccer after school, and most of the kids from each class come. So that's another nice way to get to know the kids and the parents in the class. We also have something that's called a parents group, and it's a group of parents and me as the director. We get together, talk about what we'd like to do for the preschool. The parents group helps to organize something like this, thank you parents group, and help to get room parents for the classrooms. I couldn't do my job without them. They really take a lot of they take a lot off my plate. So I really appreciate them. We have had in the past an enrichment class in the afternoons. If there is enough interest, we may be able to have that happen again, but right now we didn't have enough interest to hold that class. So I think that's it. Oh no, so if you are interested or want to learn more about our preschool, please reach out to me. You can go to Walker Chapel WC Preschool at walkerchapel.org. You can email me, send something through the preschool, and I'd be happy to give you more information and also a tour of our classrooms.
Thanks, Suzanne. Could you talk a bit more about the TWO's curriculum and what activities you all focus on, and then we can show the videos from our 3s and 4s teachers?
So that would be nice, right? Okay, so I'm the director and I'm also the TWO's teacher. I've been teaching the TWO's class for about 15 years, quite a long time. My son went to school at Walker Chapel all through from 2s to 4s. In the 2s class, children are getting used to being in school. The first few weeks, maybe a month, we have a getting to know each other kind of classroom, sometimes tears, sometimes uncertainty. And really our job, my co-teacher and my job, is to get the 2-year-olds comfortable to be in preschool, whether they need to be held, whether they need to, we need to divert them to a toys or whatever. So our first job is to provide them with safety and being comfortable in the preschool. I reach out to the parents a lot during that time just to let them know where their child is as the day goes on. We are fortunate in that we haven't, we're pretty good about getting the children to calm down. We have a lot of nice stimulating activities in the classroom, everything from blocks, cutting, gluing. So we have a lot of activities. Mr. Potato had a lot of activities that the kids can do to kind of take them, direct their energy someplace else. After we play for about 45 minutes, we do a circle time, and each child in the class has a job. So we will go over the jobs, we'll sing songs, we'll talk about, as the year goes on, we'll talk about who's at school today and who's not there. Or if everybody's there, we'll say is everybody at school today. So we kind of help them kind of recognize what's going on around them. After circle time, which is very short, 2-year-olds cannot sit in circle very long. It's very short. Then we wash hands, we go to the bathroom, we change diapers, and then we go into snack. We provide the snack. We do ask parents to bring a water bottle so that we're not wasting cups or anything. After snack time, we have library time where the children can pick out a book and read, look at the pictures, ask questions about it. And then we'll have another circle time where I'll usually read a story. We kind of converse at that time because that's where we kind of learn if somebody has a boo-boo or their hair is in braids. So I kind of give the children a chance to participate in the class. And then we dance. We do a lot of movement in the class, again, because they are 2, and they just love it. They love moving, they love singing, they love all of that stuff. So we do a lot of dancing and movement. And then we'll go outside for about 45 minutes, hopefully. And then after, we stay until noon, until November 1st. After November 1st, the 2-year-olds start bringing a lunch to school. So when we dismiss at 2, we play and they go home. And then when 12:45, we have lunch from like 12 to 12:45. The crafts. Okay, so in the 2s class, they're not required to do the crafts, unlike the 3s and the 4s, where they start learning together. But we do encourage them to do the crafts. I like to say what you see is what they did. We don't help them with the craft. We don't touch the craft. If they've put one piece of paper on something, that's their craft to go home. And they all love it. They're all really proud of it. So it's great. I love my 2-year-olds. I've had many of your 2-year-olds in my classes, so come join us.
Thanks, Suzanne.
Sure.
And now I'll go ahead and I'll show the videos that we have from Elizabeth, our threes teacher, and Nancy, our fours teacher.
Good evening, prospective parents. I'm thrilled to have the opportunity to speak with you today about our wonderful preschool program. My name is Elizabeth, and I'm the 3-year-old preschool teacher here at Walker Chapel. Our classroom is a vibrant and engaging space where your child will thrive and grow. In our classroom, we focus on a variety of important skills and concepts that will lay the foundation to your child's future education. For instance, we explore the world of primary and secondary colors, and our very favorite part is when we get to mix colors together. We also dive into the exciting world of letters. Through interactive activities and games, we help your child develop letter recognition skills and phonic awareness, setting them up for future success later in preschool and beyond. Shapes are another key area of exploration in our classroom. We engage your child in hands-on activities that allow them to identify and manipulate different shapes, fostering spatial awareness and critical thinking skills. We use measuring implements to understand the differences between rectangles and squares. We also gain insight from events that happen around us. For instance, this year we held an apple election where our class voted for their favorite apple. It was actually the Granny Smith. We learned in the process about how democracy works and civic engagement. We also delve into the world of science through things like static electricity that we can experience, hear, and feel while we're sliding. Fine motor skills are critical at this age, and we provide a wide range of activities to further develop these skills. From drawing and cutting to coloring, your child will have plenty of opportunities to refine their hand and eye coordination and their dexterity. But above all else, we prioritize building friendships and fostering a positive classroom community. We teach children the importance of treating others with kindness, taking turns, and sharing. These social skills are essential for their overall development and will serve them throughout their lives. I hope this brief overview has given you a glimpse into the incredible learning experiences we offer at Walker Chapel for 3-year-olds. Our dedicated teachers are committed to providing a nurturing and stimulating environment for your child to thrive. We invite you to come visit our classroom, meet our amazing students, and see firsthand the magic that happens every day. Thank you for considering our preschool. We look forward to welcoming your child into our classroom and embarking on this exciting educational journey together.
Hi, parents and friends of Walker Chapel. I'm Nancy Feldman. I am the 4-year-old pre-K teacher at Walker Chapel Preschool. I have been teaching at Walker Chapel for about 29 years. I taught public school special education for 11 and a half years before that, and have landed here and have wanted to stay and may never leave. I want to share with you all the incredible, wonderful things that we do at Walker Chapel, and the best way for you to see that would be to come visit the classroom, but I will give you a little overview so that hopefully you'll want to come visit. My approach is a play-based, teacher-directed combination. So I try to strike a balance between the two, and so half of our day is play-based, child-directed, and the other half is teacher-directed. In our classroom, I prioritize letter recognition, and through interactive games and activities, I'll help your child build a strong foundation in phonics and setting them up for introduction for success in kindergarten. We make learning letters fun. We incorporate it into not only the workbooks that we use, but in our everyday learning. And like we share every day, and the sharing has to start with the letter that we're studying. So it makes them go home and think about that and bring it back. It's quite fun. Numbers and their place values are also a key focus for us in the classroom. And I try to sneak in some math without them really knowing what they're doing. And we do addition, and we add how many kids are here today, how many kids are not here, which is bigger, which is smaller. And we, compare large numbers, small numbers, just a good time with it. Art appreciation is also a special part of our program. Each month we study a different artist and explore their unique styles and techniques. And your child has the opportunity to create their own masterpiece, and it comes home at the top of their calendar every month. We also focus on developing your child's ability to follow 3- and 4-step directions through fun and interactive activities. We help them build their listening and comprehension skills, which sometimes can be a challenge. We incorporate exciting themes into the curriculum. A big fan favorite over the years has been our beach week, where in the winter we come to school in our bathing suits at the end of the week, and we have a Feldman Beach in the classroom. It's really fun. We have a safari theme, and of course we do all the holiday themes. And these activities provide a framework for all our lessons, and then we immerse ourselves in the world of imagination and exploration. Create a dynamic and engaging environment where learning it's fun. And I want them to have a love for learning. I want them to want to go to kindergarten and just be happy. We want to try to keep a healthy, safe, and happy environment and show love and compassion and understanding. And it is a magical, magical place. And I hope that if your kids are on this journey, that they will continue this journey in my classroom next year. And for our prospective parents, I hope you come visit and see what the magic's all about. All right, take care.
And next we have a few short videos of the kids in the classrooms in action. I think you'll really enjoy seeing those.
Beautiful.
Are you trying to put it away?
Love it.
Pay attention. Let's do the Paw Patrol stuff. So Patrick, this is just the Paw Patrol. So let's take that out, that out, and then can you find the Paw Patrol?
It's Queen. My name was Clan.
Okay, keep looking.
I got that. I banana.
How are you doing, sir?
Can you point to your season? Fall, very good. Very February, March. And August, September, October, November, December. These are our 12 months. Or there's Sunday and there's Monday, there's Tuesday and there's Wednesday, there's Thursday and there's Friday, and then there's Saturday. Days of the week. Days of the week. What's our weather today, Caroline?
Sunny.
Sunny. Did you find sunny for us? Wonderful.
Little clap, clap, clap. Open, shut, open, shut. Put them in your lap, lap, lap. Bon appetit, you may eat.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, what? It locked it. Whoa. Yeah. Guys, we're not pretty. Wait, we're the animals. Oh, here they are. So guys, white. Heaven of this flag. Are you sleeping? No more peeking. Or I'll tell. Santa Claus is coming. Santa Claus is coming. Hear his bells. Hear his bells.
Bells down. Okay, let's say it together.
Reds and girls dancing, making by the wind. Shut, open, shut. This Mr. Turkey say, gobble, gobble, gobble. Soon we think, gobble, gobble, gobble.
Hope you all enjoyed that. Now we have some remarks from parents of current students. We're going to start with Courtney Kahn, whose daughter is in our twos class. Courtney, I'll turn it over to you.
Hi, I'm Courtney. As Lauren said, my daughter Frankie is in the twos class. She's actually in her second year of the twos class. We have a son who's 8 and is at Jamestown. So when it was time for Frankie to come to preschool, I was not new to the preschool circuit. We had come from a co-op and I knew that that wasn't going to be a good fit for us anymore. So I was looking for a true play-based program that was in the Jamestown area. And it has just been the best fit for Frankie and our family. She was a very young 2 going into school last year. She just turned 2 before school started. She had a bit of a speech delay, and she's what I call my willful child. And so I knew that we would need some seasoned teachers to be able to guide her along in her first year of school. And she just loves Walker Chapel so much. She transitioned into school. She had been home with a nanny previously so quickly, which was very different than the experience we had with our son. So it was such a relief as a parent, especially with how young she was, and also just underscored how capable and loving and kind the teaching staff is. She just loved going to school. The teachers were very flexible with her. I know they worked with her throughout the year and sort of building her tolerance to do things with the group while also allowing her to do her own thing. And Suzanne was great in helping me implement speech things that we were working on in her speech pathology in class. And Suzanne was also really important at the end of the year when I was trying to decide if we were going to hold her or put her forward. And what I particularly appreciated was the flexibility that the teachers gave me. They said I could even wait until the beginning of this year to decide, which I didn't. But we decided to hold her, and that's because we love those teachers so much, and also the school. And Frankie, I can't say enough good things. She's upset on Monday, Wednesday, Friday when her brother goes to school and she doesn't get to go to school. She's knocking on the door to open the door when we're there in the mornings to get in. She loves the art this year. She loves the dance. She loves everything they do. Walker Chapel is just a true play-based program. They're building their social skills and those fundamental skills. As Suzanne talked about previously, there's a lot of flexibility to be as involved or not as you want as a parent in a formal role or informally reading in class, contributing to class parties. And we are just all thrilled, Frankie, my husband, and I highly, highly recommend the program.
Thanks, Courtney. Next, we have John Monsif, whose son is in the threes class.
Great. Thank you so much, Lauren. First and foremost, too, thank you so much, Suzanne and Rick, for all you do to make Walker Chapel such a wonderful community. And Lauren, thanks for pulling this together, as well as Rachel. I'm sure Teddy had something to do with it, too. As Lauren mentioned, I have a child named Hudson who's in the 3-year-old class. We had Graham, who's our older son, who graduated last year from the Forest class, and we've had them in the school for the last 3 years, and Walker Chapel has been just such a magical place for us and our family. The boys, both Hudson and Graham, absolutely love the school and talk about it quite a bit at home and what they experience and what they love about it. But for us as new parents, this is a big decision. And so when we were looking at all the various options here in the area, one of the things that stood out to us was the reputation that Walker Chapel had. In our neighborhood, people just absolutely raved about it. And you had kids who were, in high school or in college who attended Walker Chapel and just loved the experience. So we were thrilled to have our oldest get in, and subsequently Graham, who again is in our threes. And the reputation really lived up to our expectations. There was really three things we were looking for in a school. First and foremost were the teachers. Suzanne is an amazing teacher. Nancy has been an amazing teacher for our oldest. We're excited for Graham for Hudson to join her class. And Elizabeth, who just joined and we saw earlier, she's also a great new teacher and really appreciate everything she's done for our Hudson. In addition to the teachers, the curriculum was really important to us. And we know that just based on Hudson coming home from school, that he's learning so much. And it's really fun to see him grow, both academically as well as socially. And then the other most important thing for us too was community. And Walker Chapel is just an amazing community. It's a place where you develop friends and you have great opportunities to engage with other parents, whether it be at the Christmas concert that we just had recently, the Halloween trunk show. There's just ways to engage and really feel part of the community. Whenever I have the opportunity to drop off Hudson, it's so great to see fellow parents and the fabulous teachers at Walker Chapel. So overall, we are so pleased with Walker Chapel and highly recommend it to those who really want the best for their child. So thanks for the opportunity to be here tonight.
Thanks.
Thanks, John. And next we have Rachel Parham, whose son is in the 4s class, and she also has 2 children in the 2s class. Rachel, take it away.
Thank you, Lauren. And I'm really excited for those that are joining us tonight and listening online to talk about this, because I have to tell you, I could not be a bigger fan of Walker Chapel Preschool. So we came to Walker Chapel Preschool also just like John, because of the reputation. We had just moved to the area not long before. We didn't really know what we were doing, first-time parents, and everybody raved about it. And my biggest worry was being stuck on the wait list to get in. It wasn't a question in my mind. It was the best place for our kids to be. So I am now, my oldest is on his 3rd and final year at Walker Chapel Preschool. My twin 2-year-olds are starting off in the 2s class, and I look forward to them being there for another 2 years after this. In general, what my husband and I love about Walker Chapel Preschool, again, small and personal. You recognize everybody that you see in the building. I am a part of the parents group and have been since we started at the preschool, and have served with John on that and others. And man, do we throw a good party. Because everybody really enjoys one another and spending time together. The long tenured teachers is another thing. A lot of my neighbors, their kids, are grown now, but they went to Walker Chapel Preschool, and some of them still remember what an amazing teacher Nancy Feldman was for the 4s, for example, or Suzanne was for the 2s. And so hearing that and knowing that this has been a wonderful thing for so many families, just really makes me even more confident about having my kids there. One other thing is, again, it's small, it's personal, it's friendly. It's also, I love how the teachers are very focused on the particular needs of each child. Courtney spoke a little bit about that. I can recall when my oldest was totally uninterested in potty training, and Suzanne's great amount of patience with figuring that out with me, and also with my youngest son, Henry, who just is really not interested in talking. And so, working with him on nonverbal and verbal and all those things, just to get him where he needs to go as a pretty quiet person who needs a lot of gentle tenderness to get him to move along. At the end of the day,
my kids come home happy. They come home really happy. My Bennett comes home singing songs he learns from Nancy Feldman. Henry and Callie are yelling out Suzanne and Anne's names about the great things they did in the day. And that is, I think, what matters most. Very quickly, Bennett made me promise to say what he loves most about the Forest class, so I will do that with my orders. He loves playing with his best friends that he's been with since he was 2. He loves the crafts, the crafts, the crafts. Nobody does crafts like Nancy Feldman. Learning his letters and numbers, which is, again, it's why they're there, to love learning. And finally, the ways in which each child is special in the class, or as he put it, everybody gets to be child of the day. They get to pick out the book that matters to them. They get to pick out what it is that they want to share about the letter of the week. It's really such a great mix of learning to be in community, learning to be your individual self, and loving learning. So grateful all around.
Thanks, Rachel. And John and Courtney, really appreciate you all sharing your experiences. Next, I'm going to turn it over to Rick Olson, who is Walker Chapel Preschool's treasurer, also a parent of 3 children who graduated from the school. Oh, Rick, I think you may be on mute.
Sorry about that. Thank you, Lauren. So as noted, I have 3 kids, and they all went through Walker Chapel. I have an 8th grader now, a 7th grader now, and a 2nd grader. And Suzanne had all 3 of them. And the only reason Nancy didn't have all 3 of them is because COVID had shut us down when Jacob would have been in the forest. But anyways, we found it a tremendous experience. For what it's worth, I went and my husband and I went and toured various preschools, and I kind of categorized them into 3 different categories. One was kind of very focused on education, almost a little high pressure tactics to make sure the kids were at the top of the class every step of the way. And while I wanted my kids to excel, I wanted them to enjoy being a kid as well. So I didn't go for those. I looked at another school, and it was a little bit more of a very nurturing environment, which was a very sweet and wonderful place, but I felt the educational component was lacking there. But Walker Chapel we found, and we fell in love, and we knew this is exactly where we're going to send all of our kids. So that was how I got here. And years after my kids graduated, they brought me back as a treasurer. So I've learned some new skills. You learn so much at Walker Chapel Preschool. So anyways, the process, if you apply, and we'd love to have you apply, there is for all new registrations, anybody with a returning student will automatically be enrolled. They simply need to complete the registration form and submit it to Suzanne. You can find that on the enrollment page of the website. And then we have, for new applicants, for new kids coming to the school, we have a waiting list, or an application to be on the waiting list, which needs to be submitted to Suzanne. That also is available on the webpage to print up and complete, or you can complete it online and submit it, or download it, complete it online. We are right now offering discounts, no application fee if you submit your application before January 2nd, or up to including January 2nd. So we'd love to see those applications. The process works. You submit the application, and if there's room available, Suzanne will reach out to you and say, yes, you're enrolled. Just need you to fill out the registration form. And all through the steps, once an application is received, there's no fee associated with it. But if there were, or if it was after the January 2nd, I'd let you know the application fee is $50. And the same thing regarding the registration fee if you get to the registration process. So that's how the enrolling works. As you see on the screen, you can obviously go take a tour of the school. Just reach out to Suzanne. She loves to give tours of the school. It's a lot of fun. The notice of application, and then the registration. It's pretty easy. But if you have any questions, you can always reach out to Suzanne or to me at any time. My email is wcpfinance@walkerchapel.org. And you can always reach out to me at any time. I try and be responsive as quickly as I can. And with that, I'll turn it back to Lauren.
Thanks, Rick. And that brings us to the end of our time this evening. I will turn it over to Suzanne for any parting words. But I do hope that those of you who are watching this do take the time to reach out to Suzanne, to schedule a tour, come learn more about what Walker Chapel Preschool is about. It really is a wonderful place. We've seen our daughter grow in so many ways, and she loves being at school. So we would love to have you join this community. Suzanne?
Yeah, so one thing that was kind of touched upon by the parents that spoke is that one of the things that I think really defines our preschool is that we are a small, tight-knit preschool, and we know everyone in the preschool, whether you're in the 2s class, the 3s class, or the 4s class. The teachers all know everybody, and so it's such a nice thing for the kids and the parents to come into our environment, because we want you there. We want you there. Your children are important to us. We want to give them the best early started education we can. And I just, as a parent, because my son went there and he's now 19 years old. So I got married when I was 15. But I can't say enough about the program. And the only way only way you can really learn or see what I'm talking about is make an appointment to take a visit of the school. And I'm flexible on time. Our teachers are flexible on time, and just would love to have you come join us for a tour and then possibly join us at the school. Thank you.